Hi guys, TazerHere. Welcome back to episode 3 of New Toulouse. In today's episode we're going to work on a lot of infrastructure. We're going to work on a stacked highway, a 4-stack interchange, and also pretty much the whole city layout with all the main roads, which is what I'm starting off here on the screen. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of a different episode. Not as much like ultra detailing and stuff as I usually do. But yeah, I quite enjoyed making this. It was definitely something a little bit more different, and I feel like it's a really good idea to do a like city layout and then be able to just fill in all of the like spots with the detailing, so you already know where you're gonna put buildings and things like that. Don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it makes sense. But yeah, so that was my plan for making this city layouts in this episode. So I'm working on this like roundabout thing here, and I'm doing this custom avenue, and I actually get rid of that roundabout design because I wanted to have like trams here in the middle of this avenue, which I'm doing here, but I actually ended up getting rid of the trams, or the tram tracks, because it just didn't turn out good. It was just really hard working with nodes and stuff, connecting them, and yeah, so I decided to just put some like trees and stuff like that in the middle of those 3-lane roads, and yeah, but you'll see that pretty soon. But I'm just working on this like curve here, and yeah, so yeah, as I said, this is going to be a bit of a different episode, and I know maybe some of you don't really enjoy this type of stuff. You might be more into like a lot of detailing and stuff, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of a different episode, and there will be some detailing as well. We'll have like, I will detail like a block as I did in the last episode and the first one, in the end of this one as well, so there will be some detailing, and yeah, but this is actually my 100th video, so yeah, that's pretty awesome with 100 videos. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for like all of this support, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is super exciting. Definitely a really awesome milestone. It's gonna be really cool to hit that. But yeah, so definitely thank you a lot for all this support on, I guess, these 100 videos. but yeah, so what I'm doing here on the screen is I'm working on this like new roundabout design, which is more of an oval instead of just a circle, and I think this design turned out a little bit better, and yeah, because I'm not using those tram tracks there in the middle, it just made it a lot easier to work with these roads, and yeah, so doing this, I got the inspiration of doing like a city layout before like building all of the or I guess building block by block. I didn't really want to do it. I wanted to do a city layout instead, and I heard $2.20, which is another City Skylines YouTuber. I heard him talk about this as well. He said that he's doing that for his city, and yeah, I thought it just made a lot of sense to do that, and I think you can make a city look a lot more realistic if you do the whole layout instead of just making like block by block, because you can get sort of lost in making a city that way. So yeah, that's just some stuff I've learned in creating a ton of different cities in this game. But yeah, so that was the, I guess, reason I wanted to make this sort of episode. And yeah, so now we're getting into like detailing this avenue, which is inspired by the real one in New Orleans. The real one does have some like, I guess some type of planters in the middle with palms and stuff, which I'm gonna put down here. But the real one does have tram tracks in the middle, which was why I wanted to go for that in the first place, but as I said, it didn't turn out good. But yeah, I added some tram tracks just going through that avenue, as you can see there on the screen. which I think turned out fine, and pretty happy with that. And I am using the palms by Mr. Mason here at the moment, which look really good, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really think they fit too well for this type of city, because when I look at the like real palms in New Orleans, they didn't really look too similar to these ones, and I found that Pidelmo's palms looked a lot better for, I guess, realism for this city. So I will go ahead and change those a little bit later on, or actually I will do it off camera, but yeah. So you'll see that in the cinematics. Yeah. So what I'm working on right here is just I guess a little park here in the middle of this roundabout, with a monument which is by Geese. He's a really talented asset creator. He makes all of those Paris buildings, which I'm using in like Rosenberg, and yeah, he's also making some other assets and stuff. And one of those is like this monument thing, or I guess statue, which I really like. I'm just a big fan of like all of the textures and colors and stuff of that one. So yeah, I'm definitely happy that I used that. And I'm putting a lot of this manicured grass here, which I'm pretty happy how that turned out. I was trying to put like some plant here before, but just turned out better with this grass. And yeah, then just sort of finishing up all of the foliage work with some trees there. And I'm also putting these herringbone decals, which are by King Leno, and I really want to use these more. I saw Press using these in his I think it was first video of his new series, and yeah, I just really wanted to use those as well. So I found it out that it would be a pretty good fit for this little I guess park, to put those there. So pretty happy how that turned out. And I'm doing some custom crosswalks, or I guess crossings they're called. But yeah, I'm doing some of those custom ones there, and yeah, I quite like how that turned out. Just I guess a little bit of a larger crossing, and yeah, just getting rid of these parking lines, I guess, because I don't like how they look. And yeah, just using the ploppable asphalt for that. And yeah, talking about the ploppable asphalt, I've been using that a ton lately, and I've been really enjoying that mod. And yeah, I really like how much stuff you can do with that mod. Can be like really creative with like all of the roads and stuff. So yeah, definitely really good job to Ronix for making that mod. I know it's been out for a while, but it's still a really great mod. And yeah, so now we're getting into working on this I guess highway entrance, because this is like the third entrance with a highway to the city. And as I said in the beginning of the episode, we will be working on a stacked highway, which is exactly what I'm doing here on the screen. So see, I think this is like 30 meters high or something, that bridge, which is gonna be the top one. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy how this turned out. I'm using some custom pillars by I cannot remember who made those, because I'm pretty sure they are from the workshop, but I cannot remember who made those. And if you see those skyscrapers there in the background, they are I haven't built a like totally custom secret city which you don't know about. It's just that I put down all of these skyscrapers that I'm gonna use for the downtown a little bit later on, so I know which ones I'm gonna use. And yeah, so the downtown is gonna be really nice, because I found some great skyscrapers which are, I think, the like perfect heights. And yeah, so I really hate when you have some like really low density buildings and then just have a super tall skyscraper next to it. So yeah, I really wanted to try to find some, I guess, a little bit lower skyscrapers, but they're still gonna be fairly tall. So that is just what that is in the background. But yeah, I got sort of off topic there. I think I talked about like the pillars and stuff for this. So yeah, I cannot remember who made those pillars, but they look great and they work very good for a stacked highway. So I know I might get a comment asking why I didn't use the new expressways by Ronix, and the simple answer to that is that they doesn't work, or they don't work for this sort of elevated highway I wanted to do, because I'm doing a 3-lane highway, and like it doesn't really work to use the 3-lane highways or expressways by Ronix. Well, they work and you could do them, but it's gonna be like, or I think it's gonna be pretty much impossible to do like off ramps and stuff from them, because apparently he just added the 4-lane highway, or I guess I should say expressway. He added that as like an afterthought, so you can't really like do a 3 to 4 and then that splits off to 2 and 3 and 1. So pretty much a 3-lane expressway with a off ramp. So you can't really do that with those expressways, which just didn't really work for me, because I wanted to have 3 lanes, and so yeah, that didn't really work, and I wasn't able to do that. But also they weren't even out when I recorded this, so it would have been literally impossible to do. But yeah, I tried out that expressway mod, I guess it is, I'm not sure. But yeah, they look really good, and they would work really nice if you do some 2-lane highways. But for 3 lanes, as I said, it won't work, because yeah, the off ramps aren't gonna work. So yeah, but I'm doing this highway here, which is gonna later on lead to a industrial area and the ports of the city. So yeah, that highway is just gonna go over there and be serving a lot of like trucks and stuff going to the harbor and the industrial area. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be really awesome. And I'm just continuing working on some I guess main avenues and roads and stuff in the city. And yeah, so I wanted to quickly talk a little bit about like where I'm getting inspiration from stuff. So I actually got the inspiration for this elevated highway from Mafia 3, which is a game which is pretty fun. I guess it's a what do you call it? I guess I can't really come up with the genre for that game, but it's sort of in the GTA style. So yeah, I've been playing that a little bit. I actually got into it fairly recently, because I hadn't played it for a while, and I thought it was a good idea to just like drive around a little bit and look at the city, because that city is a replica of New Orleans. So I thought it would be a good idea to just get some inspiration from that game, which I have been getting. And yeah, as I said, there is why, or I got the inspiration to do a stacked highway from that game, because there is one there. So yeah, and also I just really like just going around and looking at stuff in that game. But yeah, I'm sort of getting kind of off topic now, and I should probably talk a little bit about what I'm doing on screen. So I'm doing these on ramps and off ramps, and at the moment, or I think it's gonna be like this pretty much. I'm just doing some off ramps on one of the sides of the highway, because there won't be any space on the other side. So I'm just doing like off ramps on one side, and the other ones are gonna be a little bit more forward. So yeah, but now we're actually getting over to this 4-stack interchange, which I had on my, I guess, to-do list, because I wanted to connect this other highway with the city in a, I guess, a little bit of a better way, because like a lot of trucks and stuff were using that stacked highway, and then just going through the whole city and onto the other highway instead, before I built this. So now they're using this one, which is how it is supposed to be. So yeah, this like interchange does actually get a lot of use already. So yeah, it was definitely a good thing to do, and I had quite a lot of fun making this, and it also was a little bit of a challenge because I'm not great at doing this sort of stuff, like a lot of road networks and things like that, because I haven't done that much of things like that. So yeah, it was sort of a challenge for me to do this, and I would say it turned out pretty good in the end. It didn't turn out completely trash, so yeah. But I'm kind of happy with the, I guess, smoothness of these like ramps and stuff. I would like to add some markings on this interchange, but it is just sort of hard dealing with that on like elevated roads and stuff. So yeah, that just makes it a little bit more difficult than working on some flat ground. But yeah, I might go ahead and do that because I think it is possible to do. So I don't know, if I get some time, I might do that. But yeah, so these like tallest I guess highways or ramps, I guess, they turn out to be super tall because they need to go over like 3 other elevations. But I guess that is pretty realistic, and there is some type of interchange like this one in New Orleans, something like sort of similar, not exactly the same. It just has a little bit of a different layout, and yeah, so I got some inspiration from that, and also looking at 4-stack interchanges in LA, because there's a lot of those there, and yeah, so had quite a lot of fun making this, and yeah, but I think I might just leave you with some music now, because I've been talking for like 17 minutes, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one, which is gonna be a more, I guess, usual episode with some detailing and stuff. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, more different episode, and yeah, leave a like if you did, and make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you want teasers. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. And thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care and bye bye.